Hi, I'm Train Signals Heather Ackman,
And I'm Train Signals Bill Kulterman.
and today we're going to show you how to edit a photo to swap people's heads just like in the Microsoft Windows 7 to the
To the
cloud.
cloud. Exactly.
Exactly, those commercials. You've probably seen them. Okay, now that we have Windows Live Photo Gallery installed on our computer and we have it open, the first time you open it, you might see a message that looks just like this. Would you like to use Windows Live Photo Gallery to open these types of files? And
Heck yeah.
typically, Bill says yes, so we are going to choose yes and also check the box that says don't show me this again for these types of files. So, yes.
There you go. And there you have our mug shots. No, these are the pictures that we're going to work with. Now, they're kind of small and hard to see, but if we zoom up on one of them, go ahead and pick one.
Let's pick this one.
You'll see that, I've got my eyes closed in this picture, so that's probably not a good one. We can look
And
and
scroll through the rest of the pictures. There, Bill has a really funny expression. And now Bill looks nice, but I look kind of crazy. And now Ed and I
oh, we
both,
almost
well,
all
all of
look.
us, except for Lauren.
And then there's Ed. He looks like he just got hit with something, and I'm not so great either here. So, and we're back to the
But
first
now
one.
I look good and Lauren looks good, but Bill and Ed, eh.
So what we're going to do is swap out our heads so that we can get one picture where we all look great.
Okay, and to do that, I'm just going to close the large view real quick. And the very first step is to go through and select all of the photos that you'll be compiling. So here I have this one checked. I'm going to go through and check the rest to select them, or you can hold down your Shift key or your Control key and select other photos as well. Now, once you have all your photos selected, the very next step is to jump over to your Create tab, and inside the Tools group, you'll see an icon that looks just like this. It says Photo Fuse. And hovering your mouse over it, Microsoft explains that that will merge together two or more photos to create a single photo where everyone looks their best. So, clicking on that icon, you'll see the Photo Fuse dialog box appear, and it'll tell you it's going to be aligning those photos for Photo Fuse, and that'll take a few seconds.
And if you've read our blog about this, remember, and if you haven't, I want to remind you that the Photo Fuse won't allow you to select more than 10 photos to align like this. If you try to go for 11, it's going to say, hey, hold on, you can only do up to 10.
And another thing about photos, you really need to make sure those photos have almost the identical background. If anything changes, then Windows Live Photo Gallery will not allow you to use the Photo Fuse tool on those photos. So it's actually best if you try to take those photos with a tripod or make sure that nothing, again, people don't move that much. It's just make sure that everyone's almost the same in every single picture. So now that the PhotoFuse tool is up, you can see that it's grabbed hold of one person's head, and you can drag this box around to move it, reposition it, or even resize it, or move it to another individual. And in the box that appears next to it, where it says, which do you like best, you can scroll through all of the different photos and pick the version or the expression that you like the best.
Yeah, I want that one.
So selecting that picture, you can see it's swapped out that head for the other one.
Exactly.
And you can do that with multiple people in one photo. So grab and hold of me. I'm going to extend the box ever so slightly to include all of my hair, because otherwise it might look or might not work totally. And now I can scroll through and pick, I'm just going to pick the really goofy one.
There you go.
Here we go.
Now, Ed looks goofy in all of the pictures, if you
Yeah,
ask me.
yeah, let's pick this one. And now Lauren.
Lauren looks good in all the pictures.
She does look good in all of them.
She's not smiling so much in this one,
Let's
so
pick that one. So now we have a photo where everyone looks a little, except for Lauren, everyone looks funny. So
Wi-
you can use it for multiple reasons to create one really bad picture of everyone, or you can, play nice and choose the good mug shots.
Windows has given me the coworkers that nature never could.
That's right.
All right, so we have a pretty nice picture, I think. I'm gonna put this where everybody in the office can see it, and so let's go ahead and save it. We can save it here, or we can cancel if we don't like it and we want to start again. But I'm gonna save it, and I will call this finished. All right, let's close that. Now that's how it worked really well in sort of a perfect world situation. If you remember, Heather told you about we took these pictures on a tripod. We're all standing in the very same background. We told everybody, don't move, stand very still, just change the expressions on your faces. So this worked really well. But in real life, of course, that doesn't always happen. So we're going to do this again. And we're going to show you what happens if we have pictures that aren't quite so perfect to do this with.
So now we're going to do the exact same thing with a different group of photos. These photos were actually taken at the Hustle Up the Hancock, Chicago. And we've got a large group photo here where a lot of people are shifting and moving. The lighting stays the same. However, we did not use a tripod when taking these photos, so things kind of shift a little bit. So selecting these photographs
And you'll see
and
some of the some of the faces are a little blurry. We're going to try and swap them out for some better ones.
yeah, so going over to the Create tab and clicking on Photo Fuse, it's going to align the photos. And there's our compiled photo, and swapping out a few of these heads. Let's actually go up and swap Eric's picture out real quick. And this one looks better. Let's choose that one. And so you can see his head moved slightly, but not a lot. Let's
Yeah,
choose
and that one
someone
worked
else.
really well, I
Yeah.
thought.
Now let's choose Amy here. Let's pick this one of Amy. And now she's squatting and she really moves. And notice Eric now has more hands
Yeah, in
because
the
he
original
moved.
photo he had his arms crossed, and then in this one his hands were down. So
You can kind of see how now we've got
a little bit of a
extra
problem.
hands there. Yeah. And if we change this one out to a better one, yeah, you can see how that also adjusts Gary's shirt back there.
So like we said, the photos have to be pretty identical for this to work. But when they are, as you saw in that first set that we did, it works really well. And
Eh,
even with this
it's really cool.
photograph, the picture, when we changed Eric's face, it worked out really well for that too. And so that is the reality of trying to swap out these heads. In that cloud commercial that we referenced before, where mom is trying to get the perfect family photo that she can upload, they don't really explain how to actually do it in the commercial, but that's why we're here, so that you can see the steps and see that it does work, but you have to be very particular and very specific about the individual photos before you go ahead and do it.
So once again, to recreate the swapping heads or that edit, you can use Windows Live Photo Gallery, a feature called Photo Fuse. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.